up, guys? It's your boy Kyle of Kyle's Gaming, and in today's video, guys, I'm counting down my pick for the top 5 Jackbox games. Now, as you guys know, I decided to kind of take a break from doing the top 5 zombies list, as I already have like 10 or so of those, and it seems like people are kind of starting to get sick of that, so I decided to kind of break away from the zombies really quick, and decided to kind of break away from the Call of Duty entirely for this video. So I decided to go ahead and do another game series that is one of my absolute favorites of all time, the Jackbox games, and which 5 are my absolute favorite, which ones I think are the absolute best. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this a lot more than any of my zombies videos, but without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get started with this new video. Starting off at number 5, we have Joke Boat. One of the newest ones that is going to be appearing on this list, in fact, probably the only one from Jackbox Party Pack 6, we have Joke Boat, which is one of my absolute favorites. And the way it works is very simple. Players are at first told to make a list of topics. Just type in as many topics as you can think of, like animals, food, all different kinds of stuff like that. After that, you're going to be given about 2.5 to 3 minutes in order to come up with 2 jokes for those topics. And once the time is done, you're basically stuck with whatever jokes you came up with. After that, each player is going to take turns reading off what their jokes and their punchlines are for those jokes. At the end, 2 players' jokes are going to be pitted side by side, and then the rest of the players and the audience members are going to vote on whose joke they think is better, and that person will receive more points if their joke is better. So for this game, I think it was actually a really awesome idea to be able to do this. And what's even more fun is that towards the end of it, once the game is almost over, you'll actually be given a chance to rewrite another person's joke and either make it a lot funnier or end up being not as funny. And then the original joke and your new joke will be placed side by side, and people vote if they think the new joke is better or the original joke is better and get points like that. And of course, the person who has the most points at the end of the game wins. So this game is really awesome for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's just so funny to see what people come up with, not just in terms of topics, but like what they come up with in terms of like, well, in terms of the actual punchline to go with that joke. And throw in some pretty funny visuals and the fact that the ship itself is called the C-, you have yourself a really great addition to the Jackbox Party Pack family. Moving on down to the number 4 spot, it's not just awful, it's Drawful. This game tasks players with having to draw what they are prompted to on their screen. So let's say, for example, you got a pepperoni pizza. Draw a circle, bunch of little circles, and maybe put some lines in there to make it look like a cut-up pizza. Then, once the timer is done and everybody has their drawings, there's going to be a drawing that pops up on the screen, and each of the other players has to guess what that drawing is of. Some person could actually say, I think it's a circle with polka dots. I think it is a UFO. I think it's a giant circle of cheese. Something like that. And then all of the answers will be put up onto the screen, and then people will pick on their devices which one they think is the correct answer. What's great about this game is that when it comes to points and how people get scoring, there's a few different ways. Number 1, the person who drew it will get points for everyone who gets it correct. The people who guess it correctly will get points for guessing it correctly. And people who guess the wrong answer, like the answer that somebody made up, that person will get points for somebody picking their answer. So there's 3 different ways that you can score points in this game, and it is just really fun to see how good or how bad people's art skills actually are. I gotta be honest, with this game, I am probably like the absolute worst artist, and believe me, it is not easy when you have a little phone like mine, and you have to try and draw some elaborate pictures so that people know what it is, but you don't want to give too much away, because then you make it really easy. But, I mean, there's just so much that goes into this game, and it's just a lot of fun to be able to play. And Drawful 2, its sequel, is just as much fun. I would definitely recommend you guys go and check it out. And coming in at the number 3 spot, no lie, it's Fibbage. This game is one of my personal favorites and definitely deserves to be at the number 3 spot. The way that this game works is that everybody is going to be given kind of a prompt up here on the screen. And it's going to give you a question with a blank. Then it is up to you guys, the players, to type in a lie as to what might go in that blank and to what the answer is. And you will receive points for everyone who chooses your lie. But you can also receive points by finding which answer is the truth. And as the rounds go on, there will be double points and then eventually triple points. Now, what I really love about this game is not necessarily just this game itself, but the later games, Fibbage 2 and especially Fibbage 3, because Fibbage 3 comes with a little game mode called Fibbage Enough About You, which is basically the exact same Fibbage, but instead of just, random prompts and everything, you can make it things about that specific person. And towards the end, when it's like the lightning round and everything, you choose one truth and one lie, and the other people have to guess which one is the truth, which one is the lie. So that actually just really adds to the amount of fun. And I think Fibbage 3 is probably the best one out of those because of the Fibbage Enough About You, because it really kind of helps you to learn a lot more about people, especially your friends and family who you're going to be playing this game with. Since you guys probably won't be talking a whole lot, that game would actually be really awesome for you to be able to get to know these people a lot better and learn more about each other. So Fibbage itself is a really awesome game just to see what lies and what ludicrous answers people end up putting in these boxes, what they get points for, and just how much fun it is to see this. And just the fact that it got 2 sequels for the Jackbox Party Packs just shows how much fun this game really is. But it doesn't provide like a huge challenge, and it's not like, pulse pounding and heart beating and everything. But these next 2 really are, but for 2 completely different reasons. So let's head on over to our number 2 spot. And coming in at number 2, we have Trivia Murder Party. Sorry, that was a really terrible evil laugh. But anyways, guys, this game is definitely a fan favorite between not just fans of the games, but between all of the fans that are in my family. My brother especially, Tyler's History and Gaming, this is his absolute favorite game. And here is how it works. This is going to be a bit longer, so please just try and bear with me. So at the start of the game, you're going to get your characters and everything. Then you are going to be thrust into a fight for survival. You will be given common and sometimes uncommon knowledge questions that you then have to guess correctly. Guess one wrong, and you're going to the killing floor. Once on the killing floor, you will have a specific amount of time to do whatever it tells you to do, and the consequences could very well be dire. If you happen to survive the killing floor, you continue to play the game. Die, and your body becomes a ghost, which is going to be important later down the line. Once there is but one player that is still alive and has not been turned into a ghost, you go to the final round. A race for survival. As the time counts down and as the questions continue to become difficult, the player who is alive will have 2 chances to get correct answers on the questions, but the ghosts get 3 answers that are right or wrong. So they have a chance of catching the living player and stealing their body so that they can get out alive. But don't think that's the end of it, because as you can see, the darkness behind is creeping up on you, and if it catches you, your soul belongs to the darkness. The only way to survive is to get all of the questions right at the very end, and you are free to go. And then, of course, the best part about this, I think, is at the very end, where it kind of goes through the little obituaries of the players, and it kind of shows how they died. And the way they phrase it and the way they word it is honestly kind of funny. And the main guy, who is kind of like the quote-unquote Saw, guy here who made this game and is watching over you while you play this, he honestly throws in a couple of jokes that makes it less scary. But here we go. We got kind of a spooky, creepy atmosphere. We have common knowledge question. It basically is a very much more tame and kind of friendlier version of a Saw movie, but you're playing it as a game on your phones. And honestly, that is just what I absolutely love about this game, and hence why it comes in at the number 2 spot. And coming in at number 1 as the best Jackbox game of all time, we have Whiplash. Honestly, Whiplash is basically just a much better version of the Joke Boat. You will be given a prompt on your device. You and another person will be given the exact same prompt, and you have to give an answer for it. At the end of the round, when it's time to show the answers and get points, you and the other player will have your prompt put on screen, and then you'll have both your answers side by side. Just like with Joke Boat, they'll be side by side, and everybody else, the players and the audience members, vote on which they think is better. And the person who scores the more votes gets more points. But the thing that I really love about this game is at the very end, they do either a comic lash or a acro lash, which is you'll all get the exact same prompt and the exact same thing, and you have to come up with an answer for that. And everybody's answers are put up all together. And you vote on which one you think was the third best answer, the second best answer, and the first best answer. But obviously you cannot choose your own. Your own is not an option. And it'll give you bronze, silver, and gold, and whoever has the most of all three of those put together wins that round and may very well win the entire game. And what's even better is that, I don't know if they have it in Whiplash 1, but they definitely have it in Whiplash 2, where you can actually make your own prompts and everything to then answer. And that part is a lot of fun. My family did it a couple of times, and it was just awesome to see what people came up with for our specific prompts. And then it is a lot of fun to see what people come up with. I can remember one time I was playing this game with my family, and the prompt was name your own brand of alcohol. And my cousin Seth actually put in liquid depression. My God, that was like the funniest thing. That's like the funniest moment from this game I think I've ever had. But anyways, guys, it is just such a fun game. I would definitely recommend this. Guys, buy Jackbox Party Pack 3 right now to play Whiplash 2, play the Trivia Murder Party, and get all the rest of these Jackbox games to play these games. It will definitely be worth it. Well, that's going to do it for me on this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed this new type of video and that you can very much appreciate the fact that it was not a zombies top 5. It was a different top 5. I do plan on doing a lot more of that for you guys. But anyways, hope you all really enjoyed it. If you did really enjoy it, do not forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and be sure to give that notification bell a ring so that you can stay up to date on all my new content when it comes out. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I will be seeing you guys next time. Have an awesome day.